First Nations Gems run on side. Brandy Davis-Welch, the fullback. Bailey Davies and Brooke Sadler, the wingers. Tawana Sullivan-Togo and Shanti Evans, the centres. Brodie Ingram and Rebecca Ford, the halves. S.A. Banu, Oakley Tai, Larique Mara, Bree Chester, Olivia Ingram and Sarika Muka. The starting side, Bacone Mosby, Madison Tooth, Keegan Islands, Shanice Allen, Jessica Howard, Vanique Mariata and Kiara Naikoko. The interchange bench for the Gems. And NT, we just saw them in the opening game against New South Wales Country, so they'll have to do double duty today, as do the Gems. In this one, they'll take on Victoria in our third game. Of course, the Opens division getting us started in 9 games we'll see today. And you'll see it all, of course, here live on NRL.com. If you are a local of the Gold Coast or Queensland in general, across the long weekend, no better place to see Feast of Rugby League. We're playing 20 minutes. Game time. The Titans want to see hands on the footy in an attacking part of the field, because it was all defence in that first game against New South Wales Country. It'll be the Gems to start, so they will get first use of it, the Northern Territory. So game 2 about to get underway. And the First Nations Gems will run right to left. NT will have first use of it. Garling. It's out over the 10. They want to be mistake-free early. Handling cost them. Handed over the footy, and you see again 3 in the tackle. Sarika Muka, Mosby and Tooth. Those muscling up early. Good charge from Lafipo. 30 out from her own line. Put it through the hands now. Nice work from Boyd. Numbering up, I should say, in the tackle was Boyd does the kicking. Turning around the First Nations Gems. We run back here from Sadler. To back up after some strong defensive work. That pass looks a little forward, but we play on. Sullivan-Togo, and they're going to get a penalty. And the Gems helped out of their own end. So Rebecca Ford will look to find her touch. So here's Chester. Goes on her own. Met in a one-on-one tackle by Toy. 40 out from the line. Looking for first points. Islands. Proving hard to stop. Trying to get that right arm free though. Cute to the left here. Everything going through forward in these early stages. Here's Maikoko. Shoot out to the left here. Muka. We play the ball. We've got them rolling forward here. Ingram. Thought she might go on her own. Instead, looks to cut out a couple of them. There was a bit of heat on that pass, though, and Davies couldn't bring it down. You already see the attacking flair of the First Nations Gems early. Opening couple of minutes in this game, too. Once again, it's the NT. They're going to start a set near their own try line. Nona to play it. Ginger as she gets to her feet. She's okay as well. Scrymore. Good charge again. Had some work to do in that first game. Gems defence, they are racing up and getting in the face. It was led there Mosby, here you see again, racing up off the line. Breechester that time. 3 in the tackle. So they try to get it into their own half. Last tackle now, they'll kick it smack bang on halfway. They want to finish this set. Tough one to contend with, but done well is Sadler. To link with her fullback in Davis Welsh. Still haven't brought it down. She fends off 3 or 4 eventually. Met well by Nonna. Now Kate. Back 5 really getting involved and helping out their forwards early. Rolling up the field, the First Nations Gems. Fourth tackle now. 35 out. Ford puts it through the hands. Defense is good though. Thought they looked to kick. Instead they put it through their hands. They do have an overlap if they can get it out there. 2 on the right. Last tackle now. Dummy half is tight. They go short side. Ford rolls it in behind. It's mopped up well, and she does lead the chase, the halfback of the First Nations Gems. And they will get it back. So lovely work from the Gems, led by their halfback in Rebecca Ford. Just rolled it in behind, and it was her first on the scene. There you see her muscling them back. And they will get the footy back as they look for first points. Another shallow restart from the NT. It's caught well by Ingram. See Ford in back play, trying to marshal the troops. Instead this time it's Mooka. Surging towards the line. Pulled up just short. They're out to the right here. Tight through the hands. Lovely little short ball. Is this the opening try? Well, it's a knock on, in fact. And it will go to the NT. So we'll look at the replay. It was the ball of Ford, and it's coming back. I like the work of Ford. Commanding as a halfback. Being involved in their flashes towards the line, but still no points. Credit the NT, their defence. Doing the job to now, particularly given they were in action in our opening game, 18-0. They went down to New South Wales country, asked to do a lot of defending in that game. They'll get a penalty, and this will help the cause. It is frenetic stuff here in the Harvey Norman Women's Championships. 9 games today here at Pizzey Park. They haven't found their touches yet. Living dangerously, doing a good job of it. As I say that, they knock it on. Here's the commentator's curse for the first time today. Just that execution lacking at key times. You see the replay trying to bite off a little bit too much. And then a bit of razzle-dazzle. That nearly comes off. But they will live dangerously here because it's a full set to the Gems. 35 out from the line. Ingram defeated, and they look ominous. Here the Gems. Ford puts it through the hands. Davis Welsh, she'll put it on her own, sells the dummy. Is she going to find the corner? She's flirting with the sideline, throws it in board. They'll find it now. Bailey Davies registers first points, and it was coming. The pressure telling for the First Nations Gems, and Brandy Davis Welsh. It was the first look at her in open pasture. Here you see the replay. Had them to the right, and it was Davis Welsh who looked to go on her own. Nice little dummy, sucked in a couple. Looked like she was heading for touch, so threw it inboard. And Bailey Davies, like every winger should, finishing well. And the First Nations Gems first on the board. So Rebecca Ford, her first attempt at conversion is a difficult one from the sideline. Can she turn 4 into 6 points? Strikes it well, but just not enough as it's waved away. So remains 4 points to 0. And they live dangerously, the Northern Territory, gifting a full set, 30 out from the line. They only needed one tackle to turn it into points. It was the work of Davis Welsh. And then just the awareness to know she was going over the sideline, and Bailey Davies. That's her first of the tournament. We are just about at the halfway mark. Game 2. This is the Women's Opens portion of the competition. And the First Nations Gems, they will back up, much like the Northern Territory have in our first 2 games. Victoria, their opponents, and a little bit later we'll see the Australian Defence Force and Western Australia as well in action. Western Australia, the defending champions in the Opens. It's the addition of New South Wales country into the tournament this year that many expect them to be one of the contenders, and they certainly showed that in the opening game. Malaita will play it. Dummy half is Ingram. Mooker again. So hard to pull down. They are motoring with some of these sets as Mosby. It's a mistake though. For the first time, we'll see the Northern Territory with a full set inside the half of the Gems. There you have it, just a knock-on pass to Mara. Wasn't as intended from dummy half. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching us here on NRL.com. They go short side this time, Norris. And they've coughed it up. They've fought so hard to get their hands on the footy. They'll get a scrum here though. They're saying it came off the First Nations Gems in what was a double knock-on. It was Nonna, and yeah, went for the intercept. Brandy Davis Welsh. Who's joining us? The First Nations Gems. The Northern Territory 4 points to 0. 8.5 minutes remaining here in game 2. Northern Territory wanting to bounce back after going down in our opening game. They've coughed it up again. So mistakes really costing the Northern Territory. Can the Gems make them pay? Evans will play it on halfway. Makoko. Strong charge again. Both her and Mooker really stands out for the Gems so far. To the right they go this time. Ford puts it through the hands. Northern Territory can't give away any points. It will be a climb back if they can find their second as they put it through the hands this time. Sullivan Togo. Nice work as they go down the sideline, but it's going to be called back. An execution once or twice for the Gems. It's just come a little bit unstuck. So remains just one try in this game so far. It's to the Gems. Bailey Davies. The difference. Not quite the These the tries we saw in our opener. Still time for those floodgates to open inside. 7 minutes remaining here at Pizzey Park. Scrygor. 3 to pull her down. Still haven't done so. Quick play at the ball too. On the retreat, the Gems. Toy. Muggeridge. Trying to fight to the halfway line. They haven't got within the 20 today. Mistakes have cost them in terms of field position. Kicking behind from Boyd though. Will set Davis Welsh back. We've seen her pace on display today. Oh, she's coughed it up, and this opens things up for Northern Territory. I just said they haven't been down this part of the field. A full set, 30 out from the line. A huge moment in this one. They are rolling all of a sudden, the NT. Lafipo. Closest look they've come. They've got them to the right. If they put it through the hands, they go on their own. Casey pulled down. Centimetres from the line. Claiming a try, but they've coughed it up. It's that composure at a key time costing again. It was the charge of Lafipo, and then Nonna at dummy half, just lacking composure and loses it. And that could be their best chance to find a try. The Gems, you have to say, off the hook. Brandy Davis Welsh certainly will be thanking her teammates for their defensive work to keep their scoreline intact. Chester, good run from her. Gets it to the 40. Now Davis Welsh plays playmaker. Chiming in there with Ford. Penalty. This will help the cause in motoring up the field. As Ford finds her touch. 4 minutes remaining, game 2. Game well and truly on the line. And the NT Titans, they would want that opportunity back so badly. And largely camped in their own half. He sends a try here from the Gems, and it's just about game over. Spread out to the left. They go in the opposite direction though. Ford calling for it. Takes it to the line. Davies already won today. Getting the arms 3. They were looking around was Ingram. Looked to offload. There was no one on the scene. Ford takes it on her own. Does she go to the try line? Strong tackle from Lafipo. 3 out. Go to the left. They're queued up for it. Davis Welsh. Good ball. This could seal the game. Surely they've coughed it up though. And they can go the other way. So 3 minutes remain. Game well and truly on the line. Gems looking for their first win. Northern Territory, none from one themselves already. Gems will back up in our next game against Victoria as well. Execution really letting both teams down. I guess Northern Territory, given their second game, you can say there's a bit of fatigue involved, but the Gems, pardon the pun, but lacking a bit of polish in their attack. Had chances to kill this game off. Still alive for the NT though. 2.5 minutes remain. They put it through their hands, getting expansive. Nice work from them. Norris down the sideline she goes. Well, pass is called back. It's forward. Only time we've really seen them throw the footy around. And it's that final pass in the end. Credit the Gems, that scramble defence. Chester getting up in the face. And it's that pass. Adjudicated as forward. So the Gems, they'll have it. A minute and a half on the clock. They just need to complete the set. Mistake free. Get a good kick at the end of it. And, well, points as well might help the cause. Played on halfway. Through Davis Welsh. Scoot at a dummy half is Sullivan Togo. Inside the final minute. Mosby. Tooth player. Still muscling up in defence. Have done some work. Have the NT. Ford. Import. This will kill the game here. Mooka will score. Largely untouched. She will stroll in. Little Ginger getting up, but that will be the contest. The First Nations Gems find their second try. And once again, Rebecca Ford heavily involved. And just a bit of fatigue, I think, coming back. And the Gems find their second. And they will register their first win of the competition. Tooth finds the try. And Ford will look to make it 10 points to 0 in the final 10 seconds. So Ford unsuccessful with her first from the sideline. Should have an easier time converting this one. And does so. So 10 points to 0. And the First Nations Gems registered their first win of the tournament. The Northern Territory, they go 0 from 2 to start the Open Women's portion of the competition. But, well, New South Wales country impressed. The Gems certainly showing their signs. And here are the tries. Brandy Davis Welsh here. Getting her hands on the footy. Going out over the sideline, and Bailey Davies showed good poise to find the first try. And then just moments to go, icing the contest in the final 30 seconds as the NT got a little bit desperate. Madison Tooth exploding through the line.